Do you ever have moments in your life where you are very self-conscious and you're inside your own head, whether you are in a public setting, maybe you're in a meeting or some sort of event, and you're surrounded by people, but you're stuck in your own head? And what that does is it causes you to be awkward and not fully present in the moment. And at the same time, you're not being as authentic as you could be, even though you want to be. And what that could be is a concept we call the spotlight effect. Now, the spotlight effect is the difference between being overly self-conscious and being self-aware. Now, when you're self-aware, you're able to put yourself in other people's shoes and see yourself objectively, and also to be aware of the different parts about your personality, your character, and how you're coming across, and also the ability to read a room better and kind of essentially take a pulse check. Now, when you're overly self-conscious, on the other hand, then you're in your own head and you're fearing the judgment of others, and that stems from an insecurity. And we all, at the end of the day, have our insecurities. But the thing is, whether we focus on that, especially in a time where we want to be present, that can become a hindrance to us. So we don't want to be in that situation, because when you have the spotlight effect, you feel like the whole world is watching you, and everyone, all the eyeballs, they're all on you, and you're just raised and being the one who's being focused on. But the reality is, usually that's not the case. Unless you're speaking at a public event and you're the person who's speaking and everyone is an audience watching you, in other cases, everyone is just doing their own thing, and maybe they're feeling that spotlight effect themselves. So they're not thinking about you, they're thinking about themselves. And the sooner that you can realize that and put that into perspective for yourself, you can get out of your own head and be more present in the current moment. And what that will do is allow you to be clear in your thinking, in your speaking, in your ability to actually enjoy yourself and take in information as well as share information. Because at the end of the day, what you want to be is have a sense of mindfulness and be in a state of peace and presence. Now, once you're able to achieve that and practice that, then it just becomes second nature. Because a lot of these things in life are like a muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. And in the same way, if you make it a habit to feel that spotlight effect, you might carry that for the rest of your life, constantly being self-conscious in different situations where you think everyone's watching you. But what you're doing is you're robbing yourself of your own joy at the end of the day, as opposed to enjoying yourself in the moment, right? Imagine you're at a party. That party is supposed to be fun for you. You're supposed to be there enjoying yourself and ideally being enjoyable to the people around you. But if you're busy being in your own head, you're not enjoying yourself. And the second order effects is the people around you might also not get the best version of you. So do away with the spotlight effect. Be in the present moment. And one way to be in the present moment is to focus on your breath and to just hone in on being there and not taking yourself so seriously. Usually when we take ourselves too seriously, it stems from our ego. So we're thinking about all the ways people judge us because we're afraid of that, because it's hitting our ego. We want to be perceived in a great light by the people around us, but what it does when we're overly self-conscious is it does the opposite effect. When you're present and you have good vibes about you because you're enjoying yourself, then you come off that way too. Because at the end of the day, the world is a mirror to you. So the world is going to reflect back to you the reality that you feel inside. And that is one of the most important things that we can all take away. So I hope this helps you in some form or fashion. My name is Dexter, I'm a mindset coach, and I talk about decision-making frameworks, self-awareness, and living a purpose-driven life. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.